Hi, guys, and welcome to Reading Bliss, the podcast where I talk about my love of knitting and of reading. Mostly knitting, probably. My name's Maria. You can find me as Kiwi Ria on Instagram and on Ravelry, and as Maria Milland on Goodreads. Right, it's been quite a while since I recorded last because I had a hard time making up my mind whether I wanted to make an audio cast or a vidcast. So while deciding, I did neither, which didn't work either. So I'm back. We'll see for how long. Right. But since it's been a while, I'm not going to try to catch up on everything that's happened since then, but I actually have quite a bit of stuff to talk about. So let's get started. Right. On the needles, I have recently joined in on the Year of Projects challenge, or whatever you'd call it, on Ravelry. Basically, it runs from July 1st to June 30th the following year, and you make a list of what you want to challenge yourself to make within that year. I've challenged myself to make 6 pairs of socks, because somehow I've managed to make a pair each month this year so far, and I thought that would be an awesome trend to continue. And then last time I tidied up my stash, I discovered that I have no fewer than 12 sweater quantities. Bought with the intention of casting on straight away and then getting stuffed into my stash somewhere because I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to knit. Yes, indecision is a habit with me. Anyway, I figured that I wanted to get at least 4 of those knit during the next year. 6 if I'm really ambitious. That'll be one every 2-3 months, so it should be doable even with the other project as well. Doesn't mean I won't be able to make as many other things, but we'll see how it goes. It's just for fun, so if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Anyway, the first thing I cast on was the Elfie by Astrid Stram, I believe her name is. I've knit one of these before and absolutely loved it. So ever since then, I've been thinking that I wanted to make another one. And here it is, if I can avoid the glare. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. I swatched last weekend and cast on for real just this weekend. And haven't come very far yet, just 8 rows. But the yarn is Uptick Fibers Paint Box, I believe it's called. It's one long gradient. Hang on, let me just find the other one. So the inside blue of this one is the same as the outside blue of that one. So one long gradient. So I'm just going to do it, not bother with the stripes of the pattern, but just do it as far as I can with the yarn. I love gradients, and this is my first attempt at a really long one, so I think it'll be absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to get this baby on the road. And I figured I'd start with that one since I might actually be able to finish it while it's summer. Oh, my project bag here, made for me by my darling sister. All my project bags are made by her actually, but this one's my favorite. I love ducks and bunny on the other side. It's so cute. So, I'm very handy. Right. Other than that, I am making the braided twist socks. Oh, this looks very, very blue. It's actually, hang on, let's see. Yes, it's actually purple in real life. Hang on, let me find my sock blocker. This is a test knit actually, so no pattern to look to yet. I've finished the first one, as you can see, and I think it looks so cool. Look at that braids running down. These are just awesome. And the pattern's so easy to memorize. I had it done like 3 rows, something like that. So I can definitely recommend this one since then. Got the other one. See? Another bag from my sister. Blue and purple, my favorite colors. And I haven't come that far in this one. I'm about halfway with the leg, I think. Something like that. It's due to be finished on July 15th, so I have to get a move on and actually finish this design. These are also my first socks for the year projects. So my July socks. sorry, Nina's my sister. This is the Tara Linda cardigan by Romy Hill. She deserves all the hype that she's been getting. Her patterns are so well written and they're so nice to knit. And here we have this one. So cute. This is actually for a friend of mine. She's very knit worthy. She absolutely loves everything I've made for her, which makes me happy. Hang on, let's see. So, for 5K, I've finished one sleeve. I'd actually forgotten that they were just half sleeves. So I was like, okay, knitting 11 inches. What's next? Bind off. Excellent. Much better than I thought I was. Anyways, after splitting for the sleeves, I just finished the skein I was knitting, and then I started on the sleeves. Something that Jasmine of the Knitball Girls recommended, in order not to have this huge project turning around while you're knitting the sleeves. It probably works better on a project that isn't a cardigan, because I still think it actually sort of stuff to move around. So what I've done is I have these really, really long interchangeable needles, and I have used that as a pin to stuck together like that. It works somewhat. So yeah, finish one sleeve, have yet to pick up the other one. It's really, really warm, and it's been insanely, well, for Denmark, really, really hot here, 30 degrees Celsius. So I haven't really felt much like knitting this. But it's a quick knit once I do, and I love this. Hang on. See this? Focus? Yes, I love this Garda Rip, I believe it's called. It's such an awesome thing. The yarn is something I forget. That's 100% merino. I remember that much. Sorry, you'll have to check the show notes. Oh, by the way, show notes can be found at readingbliss.wordpress.com. And if I'm mistaken and it's wordpress.org, it's still readingbliss.wordpress. That just goes to show how long it's been since I did one of these last. So out of practice, you guys. I'm really sorry. That is actually it for on the needles. I've been finishing the needles. Yes, just within the last week. So let's get started on those. With the start of July, I also started, or well, rather, just from the Row podcast, also started their Christmas in July craft along. Basically, you can do anything, any craft. It can be knitting, crocheting, weaving, spinning, pasta thingy, whatever, as long as it's related to Christmas. Whether that's a Christmas ornament or something that's Christmas themed or even a Christmas present, it all counts. I actually don't have a lot of Christmas knitting to do because I don't have many people whom I knit presents for. But over in last year, I wanted to knit some Christmas ornaments and just never got around to doing it. So this year I figured this is a perfect opportunity and let's get started early. And I've actually finished 4 already. So I have these 2 Christmas baubles. I believe the pattern's called this is spinning. Have a green metallic with a little heart. The pattern is based on Christmas baubles and Ravelry, 3 pattern. But I've come up with the colorway myself. It's just an inspiration. So it's a really simple pattern to expand on, I guess is the best way to call it. The filling is just polyester filling, so squishy. Oops, wrong one, squishy. And the other one is, oh man, the camera does not like this color. Anyway, it's sparkling grey silver, I guess, with green pattern in it. From afar, it really just looked like scratched up tinfoil. So, not as pleased with this one as I thought I would be. But I really like the other one, so I think I'll make another, one that's reversed. So red and then with green Christmas trees. We'll see. The other type of pen I've been making is my own design. I'm very proud. Thank you very much. There we go. This is my prototype. I kind of made it up as I went along, which is why the red side is quite a bit nicer than the white side. There we go. Anyway, this is a very traditional Danish Christmas heart, usually made out of paper. And this is the simplest, obviously, with just 2 stripes in each color. You can make it as fancy as you want, with patterns, stars, crosses, whatever you want. Didn't feel like going quite that far with my knitting, so it's just stripes. I've got one with 2 stripes in each color and one with 3 stripes in each color. And I'm so pleased with how this turned out. So I've written down the pattern and considering publishing it. Well, just a free pattern, but I'm considering trying to see if anybody else would be interested in knitting it. I think it's turned out quite nice. So that's it so far. Coming up, I want to knit more ornaments, but I've got 4 already, so I'm satisfied with how much I've got done. So it's just the start of July, and this calendar goes on until end August, as far as I remember. If you want to check it out, it's hashtag CIJ14, Christmas in July 14, JOMR, just one more row, or just Christmas in July Cal with a C on Instagram and on Ravelry. Other than that, I finished a pair of socks, my June socks, which I finished just under the wire. I believe I finished on June 29th. Anyway, it's the Monkey Socks by Cookie A, another designer who's worth all the hype. I did the no pill version though, as recommended by Crafty Pancakes. I believe her name is. They are so easy and so fun and so potato chippy. Actually, for once, the leg went a lot faster than the foot did because, obviously the leg has these wedges or whatever you call them all the way around, whereas the foot only has them on the top half. And these wedges, they're potato chips. But twice as many potato chips up here as yeah. The heel is the Fish Lips Kiss heel. My first attempt at doing that. I need to get more practice with it. I think I'll like it. Definitely prefer it to the Afterthought heel. Pure and sweet. I don't know. It fits nicely. It looks nice, and it's my first one, and I haven't actually worn these yet because I finished, and then the weather turned hot. So not sock weather, and especially not knitted sock weather. So yeah. Well, the yarn is 4-ply spider spikes, I believe it's called, bought in Manchester. So lovely to knit with. Definitely have to get myself more of it. Bit expensive for sock yarn, but hey, you got to treat yourself sometime, right? Speaking of treating yourself, I've gone a bit nuts. Oh, hang on. I'll get back to that. I forgot to finish the project. Is the One Back Blanket by Paula Bergman on Ravelry, friend of mine. So obviously I have to knit this. Hang on, I need to just get back. This is the One Back Blanket. And it's called a One Back Blanket because of this patch thing. This is not a blanket to snuggle up under or to use in bed. No, this is a blanket to use when you're sitting on the couch. Oops, sorry, that was the cord thingy for my computer. Anyway, you sit on a couch and you put your feet inside it. So it's just to keep your legs and your foot warm when you sit on the couch while knitting or reading, watching TV. So, perfect. I've been knitting this for ages. I don't even know why I put it aside without finishing it. Because I only had about this much to go, I think. So, of course, I finished this in the heat of summer. Makes sense, as you do. I'm sure I'm not the only knitter to do that. Anyway, the yarn is just some cheap acrylic yarn. I bought it, um, Danish version of Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever. So no big deal, cheap yarn, but actually really, really soft. I really like it. And the colors are so nice. As much as you can call grey and black bright, it's not turning out well on the camera, but trust me on that. Really nice colours. Anyway, I'll get that up. So I'm actually thinking of getting more of this and making into a vivid blanket or something. Because I did try the vivid earlier, but with some really, really slitty yarn, which just does not work well with a lace pattern. So gave that up as a job badly done, and I still really want to make it. So that's a thought. We'll see what happens. But excuse me. To get back to falling down the rabbit hole, my favorite yarn store is going out of business, which sucks. So really, really upset about that. However, they have been having a 50% off sale for like a month or something. I went there once just after I discovered it and bought. Oh, sorry, my computer just froze. I think I'm back now. Sorry. Anyway, I went there once to buy all of the Mayflower Easy Care Big because I wanted to make the $5 in Paris using that. Then a couple of weeks later, they still hadn't closed. They were still emptying out their stock, so I finished. So I figured I'd go buy again, and I got a bunch of succulents. Well, two different kinds: soft-siding succulent. Also Mayflower. I got this brownish colors. This light isn't good. There we go. And then I love this one. Grey, brown, black, white, and this heavily red to give some sparks. So will help me get my year project skills done. I also, oh sorry, this is a superwash wool nylon blend, both of them, 75% and 25% nylon. Then I also bought this. It's called Art Yarn by Kunstgart by Yadiga. I got one in a ocean colorway and in a storm colorway. Not a big difference, but you can see one. No, you can't because the colors are not coming out at all. Well, this one has a green and blue colorway going on, and this one has a grey and blue colorway going on. No clue what I'll make of these yet, but they're fairly expensive normally, so 50% off. I had to get it, see what would happen. Finally, I got this yummy cashmere yarn. Oh, it looks petroleum. It's really a lot more green in real life. Let's see if I can get it. No. Sorry guys, I'm just using the webcam and obviously doesn't like colors much. Actually, it's better for it. There you go. Probably I'm not colorblind, or you might not be able to see it anyway. Anyway, as I was saying, it's a cashmere baby alpaca merino blend. Really, really soft. So I've got no clue what I'm going to use it for. But I just have to have it. So we'll see. Then, a couple of weeks ago, on a finished projects Friday post, I showed off the sleeves by Martina Bam that I'd made for my sister. And she is such a cool model, so she was doing all sorts of funny things, showing off the shape of sleeves. And another friend of mine saw this and immediately wrote me to us, please, will you knit me one? What the girl to do? Gosh, it was such a heartfelt plea, I absolutely had to. So, I went shopping yesterday, and I got the three colours. Once again. Sorry, colours aren't going well on the screen camera. But purple, royal blue, and light blue. They look awesome together. If you want to see the real colours, check out my Railroad page. Because my sister's version is there. She's modelling it. She looks so adorable. Adorable. Oh, excuse me. Can't speak today. Anyway, so I bought those as well, and I will be knitting these up soon as well. So I'm wondering if these will count as my year project sweater as well. It's yarn, but it is sort of a, well, not sweater, but sweater-ish, and I'm not actually. No, it's not going to count because actually my project, my goal isn't as much to knit sweaters as it is to stitch vests. And since I bought this after your project started, anyway, enough of that. That's what I'm drawing our mind. So that is it for knitting, I believe. Events. You've heard me talk about both the events that are currently going on, the Christmas in July crash along with the Just One More Row podcast, and the Year Projects hosted on Ravelry in the Year Projects group. So I believe that is it for knitting. My show notes. Yeah. Alright, back. So I am currently reading Diana Gabaldon, Written in My Own Heart, like the 8th book in the Outlander series. Yes, it's huge. It's 814 pages, so as per usual for her. At the same time, I'm actually listening to Outlander, the first book, as an audiobook. And I've got to say that it really shows her how her writing has changed. I'm not sure whether it's by design or just because she's gotten a new editor or she's not doesn't have an editor any longer, but it's the writing is not as tight any longer. It's still really, really brilliant, and I didn't want to go to work this morning because I wanted to read on. I'm just this far, 300 pages in. So she still writes really well, but she gives so many details that just doesn't seem to bring the novel any further. Point in case sorry, it took until page 146 before Claire and Jamie actually met up again. I want to read about the two of them together. I don't like reading about how they're trying to find each other or all the things that, well, of course things have to go wrong because stuff has to happen, but it just takes too far. I'm willing to forgive her for it because she's such an excellent writer otherwise, and she usually makes it worthwhile in the end. At least she doesn't kill her darlings, for which I'm eternally grateful. I don't really like those books. She does put them between a rock and a hard place constantly. So it's not comfort reading, but it is absolutely fascinating. The other book I'm currently reading, though, is comfort reading, big time. This is Witches on Parole by Deborah Gary. This book, oh my god, guys. This is the third time I'm reading this in about a year. Yes. I don't usually, well, I do reread, but I don't usually reread that often. But this book, well, this series, this is a spin-off series to her A Modern Witch series. This trilogy, Witches on Parole, Witches Underway, and Witches in Flight, take place between book 2 and 3 of the other series. And I love it. It's comfort reading of the best kind. I laugh, I cry, I feel like these people are my friends. So, yes. Deborah Gary. Can't recommend her highly enough. She's awesome. Books I've just finished. I forgot to bring that. Oh well. I've just finished Heads in Bed by Jacob Tomsky. It's a memoir along the same lines as Wait Around, but this time it's a hotel clerk who writes about the ins and outs of hotels and all the hustle and bustle that goes on there, including lots of tips for the weary traveller. Some more above board than others, but there are a few that I think I might try out when we go on vacation next month. On 3 weeks now. Going to the US, New York, and Washington. I can't wait. It'll be awesome, and of course, I have already checked out addresses for some yarn stores. But if you guys have any favorite yarn stores in New York City or Washington, D.C., please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Right, this has gone on for almost half an hour already, so I think I will end this here and just say thanks, guys. Hope to see you next time. Bye.